The soul is always waiting for us to come back, and what neuroscience reveals. Good morning, my friend. We have explored the external world deeply. We have built technology, traveled the planet, mastered productivity. But perhaps now, it is time to explore something even more important: the inner world, the ultimate home. Because the deepest truth is this: your soul is always waiting for you to come back. And today, neuroscience is beginning to confirm what spirituality has always known. Peace is not something you chase. Peace is what happens when you return. Why people can't be with themselves. Most people today find it difficult to sit quietly, even for a few minutes. Why? Because the brain has become addicted to stimulation. Neuroscience calls this dopaminergic conditioning. Every notification, every scroll, every new piece of information gives the brain a small dopamine reward. So the nervous system becomes trained to seek instead of rest. Silence feels unfamiliar. Not because silence is dangerous, but because the brain has forgotten stillness. The default mode network, the restless mind. There is a network in the brain called the default mode network, DMN. This network becomes active when we are not focused externally. It is responsible for self-referential thinking, rumination, worrying about the future, replaying the past, constructing identity. For many people, when they sit quietly, the DMN becomes loud. The mind starts spinning. What if? Why did I? What next? So people escape into noise. But meditation does something profound. It gently quiets the default mode network. And in that quieting, you begin to feel space, presence, home. This meditation is nervous system regulation. Meditation is not doing nothing. Meditation is neurophysiological regulation. When you slow down your breath, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. This is mediated by the vagus nerve, which signals safety to the body. And when the body feels safe, the mind becomes calm. Peace is not just psychological. Peace is biological. Trauma, stress, and why silence feels hard. Many people are not avoiding themselves. They are avoiding dysregulation. Chronic stress keeps the brain in a state of sympathetic activation, hypervigilance, cortisol dominance. The amygdala, the brain's fear center, becomes overactive. So stillness can initially feel uncomfortable, but meditation retrains the brain through neuroplasticity. With repetition, the brain learns, I am safe here. And slowly, the inner world becomes inhabitable again. Spirituality as integration, not escape. Spirituality is not escaping life, it is integration. Modern neuroscience calls this emotional regulation, interoceptive awareness, attentional control. Meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex, which allows you to respond rather than react. It creates coherence between mind, body, emotion, awareness. This is wholeness. The soul is always waiting, psychologically and biologically. Your soul is always waiting. But neuroscience might say, your deepest self is always present beneath mental noise. When the brain quiets, when the nervous system settles, when the DMN softens, you return to what is fundamental: pure awareness, stillness, being. A simple practice, science plus spirit. You don't need hours, just 2 minutes. 1. Slow inhale for 4 seconds. 2. Slow exhale for 6 seconds. 3. Feel the body. 4. Ask gently, "Can I be here without needing anything?" This activates vagal tone. This reduces amygdala reactivity. This builds inner safety. This is meditation. This is returning. Closing. We have explored the external world enough. Now it is time to explore the inner world. Because the ultimate home is not a place outside. It is the quiet presence within. And remember, your soul is always waiting, not for you to achieve more, but for you to return. And peace will follow naturally. Thank you for listening. Founder, Holistic Wellness Foundation. Imphal. Healing Beyond Boundaries. Some scientific references that explains how the vagus nerve supports calm, safety, and social connection related to this video. 1. Meditation quiets the default mode network, DMN. Brewer, J.A., Werhunsky, P.D., Gray, J.R., Tang, Y.Y., Weber, J., and Kober, H., 2011. Meditation experience is associated with differences in default mode network activity and connectivity. Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, PNAS, 108, 50, 2254 to 2259, shows that meditation reduces activity in brain regions involved in rumination, self-referential thinking, and mental restlessness. 2. Mindfulness improves emotional regulation and brain structure. Holtzel, B.K., Lazar, S.W., Gard, T., Schumann, Olivier, Z., Vago, D.R., and Ott, U., 2011. How does mindfulness meditation work? Proposing mechanisms of action from a conceptual and neural perspective. Perspectives on Psychological Science, 6, 537 to 559. A major review explaining how meditation affects the brain, including attention control, emotional regulation, and self-awareness.